Hey guys, Eric here at New York Comic Con. I am with Ray Stevenson, who you're going to see shortly on Black Sails as the iconic, the legendary Blackbeard. Ray, what's it like taking on this role when it obviously has so much meaning to people?
Hey Eric, great to meet you. Thanks very much for taking your time. I tell you, when I was got offered this role, it was just like, Blackbeard? I said, it's one of the iconic, as you say, one of the iconic, notorious pirates, and on such an amazing series. It was like a gift come true, and I really what clinched it for me as well was I went back and I'd seen bits of the series and I'd read the script, but I watched the making of, and when you see the documentary about the making of Black Sails, you realize how much hard work, how much money, and how much focus and how much talent goes into making each and every episode. That's why we get out of bed. I mean, and all the money's on screen. It's like the most incredible, intense roller coaster, and I just was thrilled and delighted to be part of it. And of course, playing such an iconic character.
He's, there's a lot going on in this show already. Obviously, we've had a lot of battles, both of wits and physical. When we meet him, what is his position? I mean, we've already had sort of the Flint and the vein of it all. Is he siding with either of them, neither of them? Where's he coming in?
Well, you see a man that is literally a living legend. Yeah. A colossus sort of thing, but he has also a very human story. He's been away sort of 8-9 years. He's had 8 wives. He's been looking for a son. It's a bit like Henry VIII. He's lacking an heir apparent, somebody to keep his legacy and keep his legend alive and what have you, and secure his place in history. And he's looking to rekindle an old relationship of somebody who he used to mentor. And we'll see where that goes and if that's indeed possible. But what he does do is turn Nassau and everybody else upside down.
I'm going to assume the person he might mentor might be a familiar face to us on the show?
It's not unfamiliar.
Not unfamiliar. So he comes in Nassau, they've had so much conflict already. Is he someone who is opportunistic and is seeing there's a void to fill here because everyone's already fighting for power?
No, I think what he actually does see is, he was one of the founding fathers of Nassau with Hornigold and Avery and what have you, and actually one of the original authors of the Pirates Charter. Mm-hmm. And what he sees when he comes round and what he accuses Rackham of and Vane to collectively is that you've brought the worst thing anyone could ever bring to Nassau. You brought prosperity. It's gone soft. Where are the pirates? What have you done to what was the idea? And basically hauls them over the coals and then sets the pathway for a tumultuous upset. And he basically leads by example. He's the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I imagine, playing a pirate, that is such a core thing. When you're in the costume, when you're on those sets, is it kind of amazing as far as, just immersing yourself in that?
It's heavy, it's hot, it's messy, but my word, the attention to detail, and these costumes are just phenomenal. Yeah. And when you look at how rich they are and how full and everything, you'd imagine that you feel like somebody being heavily dressed up, but no, you wear it. It's all tailor-made for you beautifully. You wear that costume doesn't wear it, and indeed you inhabit it, and the world in which they create, and hundreds of people, but it's one of the most spectacular jobs I've been on.
I had the luck to visit the set of Black Sails, early last year, and the sets are amazing. What's it like for you to be on those sets and see this entire pirate town they've built?
The town is fantastic. It's when I get on board ship, it gets painful. Because you know yourself, right? And in the galleys in the ship, right? Yeah. They're full scale, but it's like, right. You imagine, Blackbeard was 6'3", 6'4". He must have been constantly bandaged. I don't know. Because down below decks, it's not taut. Right.
Are they giving you plenty of action on this show? Are you getting to pick up some swords?
Oh yes. Oh, you can't keep a good man down. No.
And what's it like working with the cast on that show? They seem to be I know it's overused, but they do feel like a family when I visited that set.
Yeah, indeed, Eric, they really are, and there's such a tight knit community. After 2 years of doing it, I was overwhelmed by how embracing and how open and how loving they all were, and how they welcomed in basically this character who's going to be a thorn in their side and turn their whole world upside down. But they loved it. They loved the energy and the excitement that was bringing to the series, and embraced me fully. So I was blessed.
I'm greatly looking forward to that. I have to quickly ask you about your next return to Asgard, because we know it's filming sometime soon. Have you heard anything about Thor Ragnarok?
I've heard that that it's on the cards.
Yeah.
And as far as Volstagg is concerned, noblesse oblige, should he be called with his other Warriors 3 to protect young Thor again, then in a heartbeat, he would be there.
Right.
So we're waiting to hear. I'm very excited about the whole thing, actually.
I mean, that title seems to insinuate some big and dark things are ahead. Are you excited to see where they're going to take that story?
No, we just got rid of some big and dark things. I mean, it's just like, any more big and dark things? Come on, bigger and darker. Come on, bring it to us, right? But it's great, man. It's like Vikings in space. Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah.
I love it.
And even though I'm sure they have great parties too, the Warriors 3, I guess they can't do a movie just about that.
Oh, there's enough. They could.
Maybe one day they'll get to that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Black Sails is back in January. Look for it on Stars. Thanks so much for talking to me.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.